Hello guys, good evening. Welcome once again to my channel. Today in this video we are going to look at introduction to basic computers. I remain Emmanuel Odok, Faculty of Medicine, B.Pharm. So in this topic we are going to define what a computer is. Then we shall see the basic properties of the computer, the different component parts of the computer, how to start a computer in case you have been given one. So basically, a computer is an electronic device which has been programmed to receive input, integrate it or process it in order for it to produce an output. So the output which is produced can be consumed by the user or perhaps stored in the computer for future use. So what makes a computer unique? So there are certain features which are unique with a computer. For example, what we call diligence. Find that a computer is a device which is very accurate and precise when it comes into getting work done and performing the work. Modern computers have very high speed. In other words, it can perform so many tasks within seconds. So a computer has capacity to store the information which it has processed for future use. This can be done through features like the hard disk drive, which the computer always has. Most computers are very versatile. That is, it can be in position to handle so many work at the same time. And a computer is very accurate. It can do tasks very correctly, in a very correct way, provided the input which has been given to it is correct. So you ask yourself, what are the different component parts of a computer? So a computer does not always work in an isolation. It is a combination of so many parts put together to perform so many functions. So in this video also we are going to identify the different components parts of a computer which makes a computer to be what it is. So let us start with a computer hardware. So what is a computer hardware? Computer hardware are the physical component parts of the computer which we can feel, we can touch, we can see and use. Most of them are used as input devices and some of them can be used as an output device. Example of computer hardwares include things like mouse, keyboard, monitor, speaker and scanners. So there is also another component part of a computer which we are calling the computer software. So what is a computer software? A computer software are a series of instructions or programs which can be installed into a computer, and this instructs the computer on what to do and how best it can do it. Computer software has so many types. About 2 types exist. One, we have what is called the system software. The system software is used by the computer to manage the activities of the computer, to coordinate how those activities are being operated, and then at the same time it also coordinates and manages all these other resources which is connected to the computer. So system softwares make all the programs in the computer to work in a coordinated way so that output can be processed in a good way. There is what we call application software. So application software are those part of the software which runs the user interface programs. So when you're using a computer, sometimes you may need to play games with the computer, maybe in one way or the other you want to calculate some arithmetics, or maybe play music and videos. So in this particular case, you use the software system which is called the application software. So a computer bases on data in order for it to bring about the output. So let us look basically what a data is. So a data can be a raw fact. These raw facts can be in terms of figures, let's say like figures 1 to 10. It can be in terms of letters. Data can be pictures, can be series of words, tables, and so forth. So always data has to first be entered into the computer, and this data is processed by the computer to give what is called an output. So this output can then now be used, or it can also be used or analyzed now by the person who is using the computer. So if you have been given a computer, how can you start using a computer? Starting a computer is a process, and this process is called booting. So during the process of booting, or during the process of starting the computer loads the operating system into memory. This makes the computer ready to start work when the input is entered into it. So there are basically two types of starting a computer, two ways in which you can start a computer. One is what we call cold booting. It is also sometimes be referred to as hard booting. So during cold booting a computer, this involves a scenario where a computer has been completely in a power off state. So what you do is you identify where the power button is, and then you press on it. So it will take a few seconds when the computer is internalizing the internal connections and the arrangement, and thereafter the computer will open. So if it opens, you will be in position to see on the screen the interface of what is on the computer. Another way which you can start a computer is through what we call warm booting. Warm booting is also sometimes referred to as soft booting. So this refers to starting a computer which has just been in a resting mode. Initially it has been on, but now because you have left it for some time and it has gone a little off. So you click on the window, and when you click on the window, a drop down arrow will come showing you to restart. So you click on the part for restart. Alternatively, you can just go to your keyboard and then you press alternate control and delete key at once. So when you do that, you will be in position to restart your computer. Thank you guys for watching, and I think this information has been enough as far as introduction to basic computer is concerned. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, because in my next video I am going to discuss with you how you can open and save your document in a Microsoft Word. Thank you. Be blessed.